Hello guys and welcome back. Um what the hell do I mean back? Welcome to my new channel. Because I've been watching Adis Pro a lot, I decided that I will do it myself. Except I don't have his app, the app that he uses. So I'm just stuck with this, but arguably it's okay. I already have inbuilt provinces. There's gonna be a problem if the flip. Oh, there was no one. Who just opened my door, dog? Anyway, this is an empty map, yes. But here's where I'll start Wixel. Because Aegis Pro made it so addicting to watch. Like, bro. And with this, like, every week he just posts another video. Like, dang, that's the best determination I've ever seen. And I like him. So anyways, I would just start. We start over here in Turkey. Turkey, yeah. What is his name? Kate. Zip zip zip. Kelly. What a weird name. Anyway, they grow to look like this in a few years. But it's kind of hard to get here because I have to go through the Bosphorus Strait, and still, boats are really weak. So what these guys decide to do, they decide to take matters into their own hands and just start up a country. Completely, because they're disconnected. And they barely even have functional boats. I think they're still using rafts. And this gap is not far, but it's not close either. It's a bit far away. I think that's because of a loss. They mourn them by doing nothing for them. But they just take a bunch of land. These guys are gonna do the same thing because they're the same people. They wanted to be a part of the country, but too little support because of this gap. But as the years go by, it becomes more and more accessible. More and more. Anyway, what was I trying to do? Oh yeah. Who the flip is opening my door right now? Who the flip is doing that? I keep on hearing bing, swing. I keep on hearing ah. It's from outside. Just someone's knocking on my door, or it's just another door. I don't know. But yeah, these guys grow a bit bigger than them, which always leads to instability because the king cannot control land that he just cannot really control land. This ton of land can't really control it. Uncontrollable. So the people here, if they even are people, but I think there is, because I said so. Savage. Anyway, these guys are formed. popping straight from these guys who popped out from these guys. So they also expand a bit too fast, but they still don't get punished as no one really lives here. Still didn't find that out. Basically, I'll just huddle the coast because it's very mountainy here. Is it Anatolia mountainy? I don't know. But now they go up to a pretty decent size. Size that they can control for a bit. Now these guys move into these areas. Now with these guys took a different approach. They just want to be neutral. You know, there was no war to begin with. They just want to be neutral guys and be a sea empire. For example, have colonies here, I don't know, but they still don't know about anything because they only know about Anatolia and Bulgaria and parts of Serbia. So yeah, they decided to do that. Damn. Yeah, still expand. Not good for them. They did not learn their lesson. So what will happen is a defection. It's just people deciding to break away from this ruler and establish a better nation. But most of the military is here. They don't want to complain. They get free food. They get squashed. Yeah. Not looking good for you, buddy. Might want to stop with the expansion. Until these guys want peace terms, they're like, alright. So this is the peace treaty. It's just what they took. Can't really make them bigger because I don't know. These guys are slowly expanding. These guys can hold this much territory. But boats are getting upgraded, especially by them because they love boats. And because of the upgrades, they get to Crete and are the second into Greece. That's also part of Greece, buddies. They land in Greece and they're happy because they found new land. But they're not happy to find out that they're a couple blocks away. That's how I say a couple. They're only one province away, so yeah. They're sort of disappointed. But they also expected that because all they really wanted to do is just get to Greece before. They barely even knew that Greece existed. Oh, what the flip? They barely even knew that Greece existed. Are there hair follicles? I don't know. Anyways, people migrate from this country because they really hate it. Really a hateable nation. They migrate down here, they find out this is mountain, desert, hotter until they find Israel and say, Israel, Palestine, whatever you call it. I just set up camp here. So we have Israel, essentially. Oh, what the flip, bro? What was that? I don't know. And they still don't know that Cyprus exists. Only a common theme from a certain somewhere. They started here. Today yeah, they expand. So it's because half of their population went. A bit of theirs and a bit of theirs, even a bit of theirs went, and this is a whole lot of people. They just had a whole lot of people, now they have less people than them. And Trebizond. Call them Trebizond because this right here was Trebizond. And they really look like that, so Trebizond. Cool. Anyway, these guys take all of Greece. They're quite iffy because they don't care about Greece. They don't care about Greece. The only thing they want to expand is Bulgaria, Macedonia, and Serbia. But that would be hard. If they take only a bit and just leave it. They don't want to turn out like them. No one wants to turn out like these guys did. No one. I'm telling you. Maybe the Eastern Romans? No, Western Romans. The Eastern side. Died because they had no allies. The West died because they turned out like this guy. Basically. They keep on expanding, but they find mountains. Who the flip is knocking on my door right now? Keep on hearing something. It's my, I don't know. I know who it is. Anyway, a new country just pops out of nowhere. Seems awkward, but there are a lot of people living here. Tribesmen. So one tribe just decided to knock out all of the rest and form a country. Okay, props to them for making a great country. Riri country. I don't know what I'm talking about, dude. But quick question, do I add capitals, like make a new country and call it capital and just put like capitals all around one globe? Or I don't know. Tell me in the comments. This will take Sinai here. Just yoink that. So they know that there's why? But there's more land. There's more land. Yay. Everyone's happy except for them. They can't expand. Oh wow, they can. They just expanded a bit. Whoop. Let me see the depth of this leader. Yeah, he got. I was about to say he got died. That would have been funny. He died. Yeah. So a new leader came up, and he was his son. Arguably even worse. Because he is. He's just like that, even worse. And this dude will maybe lead to the collapse of this nation. Because what he does is just full sends his entire military on them. Which causes turmoil on them because they want to be neutral, but they want to kick their ass. What they decide to do is kick their ass because of majority votes. This is the first referendum held ever. So these guys are just picking up some loot. These guys are like, nah. And they take the capital of Constantinople. What do I call this thing? North Anatolia? If that could work, this could be Troy. How did you get here, buddy? Called in Greece. It completely flipped the planet. Yeah, I just flipped. Greece. Istanbul, we'll call them North Anatolia, and I'll call them South Anatolia. Trebizond, Israel. Cool. After they're finished with Trebizond, they're gonna need to fight back. And these guys are pretty strong. And they use their naval superiority and take their coast. So these guys are gone. Just gone. These guys have been really digging into them. So both of them sign a peace treaty, which looks like this. Wait, I'll just give this to them. A little bit border fix. Don't worry, you'll be the one to discover Cyprus. There, you happy? These guys are now the top power, I think. Could they be stronger than them? No. These guys are the top power, second, third, fourth, fifth. Israel has no competitors, really. They're still gearing up, preparing for this big desert. They only think it's a little small desert, but it's actually a big desert. Real big desert. Really, really big. For them. Desert is bigger than the world they know. That's a good comparison. I'm bad at them. What these guys are doing is more expanding. And relocating capital to this thing. And these guys decide to expand. They're looking pretty powerful, pretty big. Ginormous, big, humongous. This is what Trebizond is. It's only Trebizond. these dudes over here. Hello, guys. So, they find Corfu. They go and find the food of Italy. They're like sick. Because that is sick. They take the boot and they look like the Byzantines. If they have all this land to themselves. Which they don't, but it's still a huge accomplishment. We might even see Rome pop up, dude. And also, this is not far for them. They're the best navy. And also, navies are getting better and better. Until this could happen. They sail to Cyprus and then here. So these guys could get aid. But still, it's hard. For them, that would be easy. Because they're based on their little navy. Actually, it's a quite big. Quite a big navy. If we were in the real world, I think it would be better than Rome's. I got something in my teeth. Stuck. Hold on a second, I got something in my teeth, dude. Cool. Can't get it out. That's bad. Anyway, if you'd enjoyed this video, or my first video, then make sure to like and subscribe, because I want to hit 1 subscriber. And also check out Ender MC and 8 is Proud. They're really cool YouTubers. The main reason I began Wixo is because of them. And bye.